amazing Charlie to Stefano.
Firstly, I just want to thank everyone for coming out tonight to the premiere of This Is Forever. So many familiar faces in the audience, it's amazing. But what a journey this film has been to make. As most of you, if not all of you know, that this film is about my older brother, Luca Stefano, who unfortunately passed away far too early. But it's not just about Luca. It's about brotherhood, relationships, family, love, and of course, grief. I've been wanting to make this film ever since we lost Luca, but I never really knew how I would attack it, and it wasn't until I landed in the heart of the filmmaking world of Los Angeles that I kind of got the courage to do it. Firstly, I revisited my speech at Luca's funeral back in 2020, and noticed that at the time and to this day, I would often remember the memories and stories I had with Luca growing up. Not only the beautiful and joyful times, but also the brutal and scary ones. I remembered feeling the difficulty in writing that speech. How was I meant to sum up the most important relationship in my life into just one speech? How can any 17-year-old boy be expected to do that? I could never truly answer this question for myself, as I never felt that I could honestly and openly talk about grief being a teenage boy. I felt that the conversations of death were deemed to be uncomfortable or inappropriate to talk about. So I thought to myself, why don't I attempt to break down those societal norms by not holding back with this brutally honest film and pushing today's issues with young men's mental health, and maybe in the process helping people realize they're not alone. However, I had to overcome a big obstacle in order for this film to become a reality. It was belief, a concept that I've struggled deeply with my acting and filmmaking life. This came into full force when all the donations started flooding in. I realized it came from doubt. A doubt that I wasn't able to make a film good enough to honor my brother's life. I decided to talk to someone about that, and there was a man named Rick Stevenson. As we talked about this struggle belief, he asked me, "What is your biggest fear, Charlie?" And I was like, well, I've never been asked that question before. And I thought to myself for a moment, and I said, my biggest fear is that I will be a failure if I don't live up to the two lives I know I carried. Then he followed and he said, you don't have to live up to anything. You honor these two lives in one way only, staying true to your authenticity. You have already succeeded. And to bring this back to the ideas of grief, when you lose someone so close to you, especially in age and sibling, you feel you have opened a crack in your heart. However, no matter how hard this hurt, grief even allows the darkest of times to seem like the brightest of lights, as it compares to nothing. So in saying that, let's change the ideas of my brother's story coming from sadness and pain and turn it into a beautiful turn of light that shines on forever. Thank you for giving me the strength to tell our story, big bro. Love you forever. Enjoy the film, everyone.